So mistakes that expats are still making coming to the Philippines. The number one mistake is going to be not being financially prepared for the Philippines. Basically, a lot of people think that they're going to make it big on YouTube, or that they are going to get a job in the Philippines. They'd be silly enough to think that because they're not familiar with the market, and that you can't get a job here, you're not allowed to get a job here, and you wouldn't want the pay of the job here. So a lot of guys will come out with single digit thousands, if not worse, than the GoPro, and think that they're going to be the next Filipina P or something. It just doesn't work like that. And I would say the first one would be financially not prepared for the Philippines. A lot of people just think it's a really cheap country, and they think you can live for a few $100 a month or something. If you meet a girl in the province and you live with her parents or something, and you're just buying food and staying home every day, you might be able to, but 99% of us aren't going to live like that, so that's going to be a no-no. So another one is going to be the old handcuffed at the airport. A lot of guys are going to jump online, and you're going to see a lot of girls that are basically like saying, hey, you're so handsome, I want to meet you, you're the best, and you're going to be blown away. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I must have got a facelift or lost 50 pounds or something. Well, you didn't. And not saying not all of those girls couldn't be, your next wife or something, but you definitely want to perhaps jump on a week before you come and just kind of field some possibilities. You don't necessarily need to get locked into a bunch of I love yous and sending load and just doing the wrong things as far as that goes. So that's not really going to make any sense as well. The whole, meeting at the airport, it's just not really a necessary thing at this point. You're better to get out here, get your boots on the ground, and get into your hotel, get some rest from the 30 hours you've been on the airplane, more than likely, and really, really see what the future holds, rather than just getting roped into an immediate marriage. Because what you'll find after you've been here for a while is that not only did the girl online like you, even if she was genuine, but so does everybody else. You can go from a zero to a hero here in the Philippines. So keep that in mind when jumping out the window a little too quick with the first girl that seems like the sweetest, most caring girl in the world. Well, there's a bunch of others just like them. So just, keep that in mind and be careful. Another thing that you're going to want to be mindful of is taking a taxi cab. It's not something that you're going to want to do ever under any circumstance. It's just the meter's broken, and with Grab, which is Uber's competitor, the Uber of the Philippines, if the car literally stops for too long, they'll hit me up and say, hey, are you okay? So that's always going to be way smarter than if they put you in a cab, you got no recourse. If the guy literally set you up to be robbed, you're drunk, you're flashing your Rolex, or got $10,000 spilling out of your pocket since you just arrived, you can literally be set up. So you got to be careful with that. So basically, you just need to be aware of your surroundings. Don't come over here financially unprepared. Don't meet someone at the airport and get to the I love yous before you've ever physically met someone. I can't tell you how many people think that they're in a relationship, and then they get here and it's just not that. It could be a he, they could have a husband, they could have 5 children they're not telling you about. They could not be attracted to you. There's just so many different things that could go wrong in that scenario, unfortunately. So I just think it's better to take your time and get here first before you put the cart before the horse, so to speak, and end up sending a bunch of money or getting into a bunch of I love yous with someone that you may never meet. She may not be attracted to you. Usually the guy's attracted to the girl, but she could be married, man. She could have a Filipino boyfriend, and they can be so convincing and so sweet. And 90% of Filipinos are great. I'm just saying, just get here. If you have the money to get here, just get here. Another mistake you're going to do is get here and book an Airbnb for 30 days in one place. Never do that. I'll tell you why. I almost did it in Mactan, Newtown. you don't know where you want to be. And if you're doing a discovery trip, you need to see 4 different places. You simply can't just operate off of, oh, Manila sucks, or oh, you know, Cebu sucks. You don't know. You might want to live in fucking Boracay. You might want to live in Palawan. You might want to live in, you know, any number of places that aren't these major cities with, you know, bad air quality or whatever the case may be. You may want to do like I'm doing if you're financially stable and have a spot in Boracay and a spot in Manila, a spot in Cebu and a spot in this one, that one, whatever the case may be. You may be a Dumaguete guy. You may be an Angeles City guy. You got to go to 4 different locations for 1 week in each minimum. If you can stay longer, stay for, you know, 60 days and really get a taste for the country. You can't tell if you want to sell everything you own and live somewhere off of, you know, a 7 days in a cool city where you met a girl or something. You just can't get a proper feel for something in that short period of time. So do that as well, you know, just don't just make a decision that's a life-altering decision off of, you know, a quick little rendezvous to somewhere for 7 days where you probably met a girl or something. It's just pointless. So that's what you want to do. And you know, another mistake that you're going to make is you know, renting hotels. You don't ever want to rent hotels, and I'll tell you why. At 99% of places in the Philippines, Airbnb is just such a better deal. In BGC, for instance, any decent hotel is going to run you $100, well over $100, really. And any of the good ones are $200. But as far as Airbnb goes, you could probably find one for like $65, $75 or something. So that's like a world of a difference. And in Makati, for instance, you're going to pay a minimum $100 a night for a good hotel. Right next door, you can stay in a high-rise with a kitchen and all these amenities that you'll have access to for way cheaper. So you got to stay at Airbnbs, and you don't need to get a long-term for an Airbnb. Some people don't understand that you can do 2 nights in an Airbnb. You can move around and check out different buildings. If you're planning on staying long-term, that's the perfect way to figure out buildings. 2 of the buildings that I ended up getting Airbnbs in, I rented long-term in. The one I currently live in, and 1 Uptown Residences in BGC. That started out as an Airbnb. So you can cut the price down from, you know, $50 a night, $60 a night to like $20 a night when you rent it for $30K. So that's another thing. So basically, those are just some basic ground rules for coming out here and mistakes that expats are making just right off the bat. Passport bros, expats, anybody that's coming over here for their first time in the Philippines, even if you travel to other places and stuff, things work a little bit different here. Very friendly country. The language is a great advantage. The signage is a great advantage. The friendliness of the people is a great advantage. The price of housing is a great advantage. But one thing that you might make a mistake on is thinking, I'll buy electronics when I get there. No, you won't. You're going to pay 30% more. You're going to get old model computers. You're going to pay 30%, 20% more for your iPhone. A lot of the stuff is old stock that you will find in these stores. If you try to do it through Amazon, you're going to end up paying a tax, a duty is what we call it. So make sure you buy a laptop before you leave. Bring multiple iPhones. You can only bring 2, otherwise you'll get charged a duty on that. Bring an iPad. Bring whatever it is that you need to bring, because you're not going to be in a situation where you can get that same deal on those same items. You're going to end up paying a lot more and realizing that Southeast Asia isn't cheaper for everything. It's cheaper for housing and food, depending on the food that you get. And transportation is like 1/10 of the price. But electronics are more and imported foods are more. So just a few things that I've learned in the 8 months that I've been here that I can share with you guys that might help you guys to save some money, or save yourself some hassle, or save you from getting robbed, or save you from getting into a bad relationship, or save you from having to go home in 6 months. So I'm here at Market in BGC. Just wanted to show you guys what's going on out here, what it's looking like, what it is and what it isn't. It's a cool little mall. This is like the most not glitzy mall in BGC. This is more like a regular mall. It's not SMRA. It's not Uptown Mall. It's not the Mitsukoshi Mall. It's just like a regular people. This is as close as you'll get to the real Philippines in BGC. So I really like it here. You got these little outside shops and stuff. But anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. And I go live every day around 9 a.m. usually, 9 or 10 a.m. Did a long one today. I checked that under the live column, and sana all.